this is Lauren with laurenbrem.com. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today's video is a follow-up to the video I just made on what do men want sexually. And now I want to talk about what women want sexually. So on one hand, I could sort of argue that we want exactly the same thing. We want connection like men. We want to be accepted, our bodies, our sexuality. We love to give pleasure to our partners. It brings us a lot of pleasure to give pleasure to our partners. But I like to think about the feminine and sort of, I also like to look at how the feminine and the masculine are different. And with the feminine loves to be worshipped in sexuality. She loves your presence and your awe of her, just like taking all of her in. She loves to have every part of her body touched and kissed and acknowledged, as opposed to just genital focus or, just the lips, just the genitals. Like, she wants the whole body to be worshipped, to be explored. She wants to really be wet when she has sex. And so many people, when they talk about sex for women, they talk about foreplay. And women need to be fingered and women need oral sex to get wet. But the reality is that our biggest sex organ is right up here in our heads. It's our brain, or the mind, that is really the full body. But it's the part of us that has thoughts and emotions and belief systems and fears and hesitation, and that's what's controlling whether or not we're wet and ready to have sex. And so when I hear all of this, I'm grateful that we're having the conversation about foreplay, about the clitoris, about these things. But to really have your partner be wet and ready to have sex with you, to have sex that feels really great for women, they need you to be responding to that. And if that isn't happening from just touch and connection and excitement and presence, then she needs to be able to talk about what's going on for her. Maybe she feels like things are moving too soon. Maybe she needs to hear more about what you think about her or feel about her. Maybe there's just a conversation that needs to happen. And this is often the same with men too, by the way. If an erection's missing, or sometimes they need to talk about something that seems totally unrelated to get that out of the way for sex. And women can be the same thing. It might just be that something is bothering them, they forgot to do, or something that needs to be expressed. And when this is, then they get, their nervous system can shift, and they can they'll start becoming wet. They'll be able to be present for sex. So to be wet, women do need touch and foreplay and excitement, but the genitals of a woman don't even need to be touched to make her aroused and wet. Just a conversation can be enough. Kissing, really fantastic present kissing, is enough to make a woman wet and ready for sex. And the last thing I wanted to say that makes sex great for women is waiting. So waiting to enter her body until she's really consented, until she says, "I want you inside of me," or, that is her consenting to sex. And then waiting not only for that, to penetrate her in any way, you should check in with her. To kiss her, you should check in with her. To propose, if anything you want to bring to the table sexually, like, ask her if she wants it. But not only wait for those things, but a man needs to wait to ejaculate until the woman has had as much pleasure as she desires. And so this might be one organism. This might be one orgasm. This might be many orgasms. This might be no orgasm, but just she's gotten filled up on connection and touch and pleasure, and she says, "You know what? I'm tired," or "How about you come now? Like, it'd make me so happy if you came right now." And if a man has the ability to wait for his partner to say, "I'm ready now," then that is great sex for women. If a man can stay hard for her until that moment and then can come when she's consented and feels ready for that experience, that's really great sex for a woman. So I'm going to make another video next called "What is Good Sex?" because that's been a big conversation in our culture lately with with all these sexual changes and conversations we're having. It's great. So I'm going to make another video called Good Sex, so look for that one. In the meantime, if you're wanting to explore more of your hangups with sex and you're wanting to get more of a sexual education, check out my book, The New Rules of Sex, or The New Rules of Sex Workbook. That's just coming out. Subscribe to my channel so you can get notification of all of my videos, and sign up for my email, because I love to have this conversation about sex to help you in your sex and love life have the kind of experiences you want to have. So thank you for joining me for this video, and have some great sex. I'll talk to you later. Bye.